Chapter 23. Befriend a distant enemy to attack one nearby. Let us proceed with caution, concentrating our strength, and add to it daily by winning over to our side those barons who are vassals of the enemy. Then, when the enemy stands alone, like a tree shorn of its leaves and branches, we will attack and destroy the root. From Toyotomo Hideyoshi. It is known that nations that border each other become enemies, while nations separated by distance and obstacles make better allies. When you are the strongest one in one field, your greatest threat is from the second strongest in your field, not the strongest from another. From the Spring and Autumn Period, China. In 628 BC, the states of Jin and Qin joined forces to attack the state of Zheng. They laid siege to the capital, trapping the king in the city. Vastly outnumbered, the king of Zheng could not hope to win militarily. His prime minister said, "The state is in imminent peril. If you summon your old adviser, Chu Qiwu, and send him to Qin, I'm sure he can convince them to depart." The king agreed and summoned the old adviser to explain his mission. That night, Chu was lowered from the walls on a rope, and he secretly made his way into the Qin camp. Meeting with the Earl of Qin, he said, "With Jin and Qin both besieging its capital, Zheng knows that it must perish. If the ruin of Zheng were to be of benefit to you, I would not dare to speak to you. But you know what difficulties could arise in trying to maintain such a distant border from your capital. It would be constantly threatened by other states. Of what advantage is it to you to destroy Zheng? To benefit your neighbor? His advantage will be your disadvantage. And moreover, previously you helped the Duke of Jin to attain his position, and he promised you 2 cities as a reward. But as soon as he was in his own state again, he built defenses around the 2 cities. Surely you can see that he is greedy. If you help him to annex Zheng to his domains, who will be next to lose territory to his insatiable hunger? Furthermore, if you agree to depart, the king of Zheng will give you provisions for your army and gifts for yourself. Surely this is no injury. But I leave it up to you to decide whether to diminish Zheng in order to advantage Jin." The next morning the Qin army left the field. When the Duke of Jin saw them returning, he also withdrew, and Zheng was spared. Summary. It is well known that a friend of your enemy becomes your enemy, while an enemy of your enemy becomes your friend. Every powerful person, organization, or state will automatically create people, groups, and organizations that stand in opposition to it. To attack any objective, one can enlist the aid of those institutions that are the antithesis of your opponents.